A Court of Thorns and Roses. Poor girl meets handsome fairy trapped in a curse. A sexy pop culture style remake. Welcome to Prythian, where they say everything is more beautiful, more dangerous, and, well, more muscular than our boring human world. Sarah J. Maas's book, A Court of Thorns and Roses, a COTAR, is essentially a steroid-enhanced, glossed-over, and slightly more dramatic version of Beauty and the Beast from the Vampire Diaries, but with fae instead of vampires. Sounds cliche? Sure, but you'll be hooked. I'll go. Part 1. The How Did This Come to Be? Beginning. Their main character is Fairy Archeron, a 19-year-old hunter, and the only one who actually works in her human family. Her family, like a bad sitcom, consists of a useless but kind father and two creepy sisters. One is sour, the other is existential. Fairy's life revolves around hunting, so the family doesn't starve. Truly the American dream. One day while hunting, Fair kills a paid animal. Plot twist. It's not a feral, but a transformed high fae. Oops. According to the ancient law of the fae, a life for a life. And so Tamlin, High Lord of the Spring Court, a very handsome, golden, slightly grumpy fae guy, hiding behind a Phantom of the Opera-style mask, appears at Fair's door. Bargaining time. Either Fair is killed, or she must follow Tamlin to the Prythian kingdom to live out her life. She chooses option B because hot fae High Lord is always better than the cold and a hateful sister. Part 2. A secluded place to date with the fae. Fair is taken to the Spring Court, a place surrounded by secret words like any Disney castle. Everyone there is forced to wear masks and not talk about words. Tamlin, the most handsome of the masked handsome, is actually a monster in disguise. Fair's job, live there, make use of the horse's dresses, and try to love him to break the spell. Sound familiar? Yes, it's Beauty and the Beast. Fair and Tamlin's relationship is a combination of initial hatred and heavy bombast, like, I don't like you unless you're a hero in a suit. Lucian, Tamlin's best friend and sarcastic fixer, plays the comical third wheel. While Fair is learning to read, draw, and romanticize her Stockholm Syndrome, she also meets Rhysson, High Lord of the Night Court, a mysterious, bad boy who knows how to annoy Tamlin and Fair. Rhysson is the kind of guy you know is going to cause trouble, but you still want to hang out with him. He shows up, shakes things up, and sets us up for aha. This is the real endgame character, even though Fair doesn't realize it yet. Season 3, Game of Thrones Fairy Edition. The peaceful and mildly smutty life ends when Fair discovers that the curse is not a romantic game. The mastermind behind it all is Amarantha, an evil high fae boss lady who has imprisoned all of Prythian. Tamlin is captured, and Fair, like a stubborn American girl, decides, I'll save my boyfriend who needs magic. Fair crosses the wall and accepts Amarantha's cruel deal to undertake 3 impossible tasks in the terrifying Under the Mountain. There, she must endure torture and participate in a brutal survival drama. Rhysson, whom Fair thought was her enemy, shows up and helps her out, in exchange for a mysterious bargain and, well, some hot dancing. Their hate-love relationship is a highlight. It's not just about helping, but a dangerous and sexy survival strategy. Fair completes the mission, breaking the curse, by saying the word love, roll eyes. But she dies in the process. What a dramatic high. Luckily, the High Lords, who Tamlin has now freed, use their magic to revive her. And boom, Fair is no longer human. She's a high fae, a super cool and super beautiful version of herself. 1. The Disney reboot of Beauty and the Beast. First, let's get this straight. This is Beauty and the Beast. But Belle goes hunting, and the Beast has a six-pack. Maas has taken the classic fairy tale formula and turned it into a romantasy for grown-ups, or at least preteens. You can picture Fair muttering, seriously? I have to love this guy. I'd rather stay home and watch Netflix. And Tamlin replying, babe, you're a high lord. You have abs and a castle. Look at you. 2. Stockholm Syndrome, or just good old forbidden romance. One of the biggest controversies of ACOTAR is the relationship between Fair and Tamlin. He kidnaps her, technically, and keeps her imprisoned in his magnificent castle. This relationship feels like romanticized Stockholm Syndrome. Fair initially hates Tamlin, but she gradually realizes he's not a monster. This transition, while quick, damn, he's too hot to be a bad guy, works in a romantic context. However, if you analyze it realistically, it's a toxic relationship from the start. Tamlin is the type of toxic boyfriend you initially think I can change him. Then you realize he's just a pretty boy with a problem wearing a mask that you can't change. Spoiler, Tamlin is a total control nightmare in later volumes. 3. The Triple Threat Love Triangle. This book really shines when Rhysand shows up. He's not just a side character, he's a marketing strategy for the entire series. Tamlin, the Cursed Hulk. First love, romantic, but a bit dull after the curse is broken. He's so preoccupied with his grief that he forgets to flirt. Rhysand, the mysterious bad boy. He's charming, sure, dangerous and clearly a powerful High Lord, but his actions always have hidden agendas. He's like the guy you shouldn't date but still want to. Sitcom-style analysis. Rhysand shows up and says, "Hey, Fair, Tamlin's your boyfriend, but he's completely boring. Go out with me. I have wings and a mansion in Night Court." And we all know she'll say yes in the next book. 4. Girl power and self-actualization. Fair starts out as an illiterate housewife. She ends up as a high fae, immortal, with magic in a new body. This transformation is not just physical, but psychological. Fair's confrontation with Amarantha under the mountain is the most powerful part of the book. It's where she overcomes her psychological barrier, shows courage and sacrifice. She's not just the beauty who breaks the curse, she's the hunter who fights to break it. She goes from "I can hunt a rabbit" to "I can kill an evil fairy queen" in 400 pages. That's a rapid progression. She's literally a self-made woman, but through magic. 5. Style and pace. Maas's writing is easy to read, engaging, and emotionally focused. The pace starts slow, focusing on slow-burn romance, then picks up speed in the second half when the drama begins. This is the perfect book to read at the beach or in the bath. It doesn't require too much thought, but it's sexy and suspenseful enough to keep you from putting it down. Third conclusion, A Court of Thorns and Roses is a must-read for anyone who enjoys fantasy romance. It has enough magic, drama, and very handsome men to please any fangirl or fanboy of the genre. Final message. If you get kidnapped by a handsome high fairy, don't panic. Check to see if he has a gorgeous castle and abs. And most importantly, remember that the person you really need is probably the charismatic bad boy with the black wings, who will manipulate you first, then love you later. This is not just a fairy tale. This is a story about a poor human girl who upgraded her life to an immortal high lady and got a castle as a reward. You go, girl! Rating 5 out of 5 fairy muscles and a highly addictive story. That's all for today's video. Like, share, and click the subscribe button with notification bell to see new videos soon.